See if that works. Uh, let's see, we're in the camera though. Nah, it's not gonna work. That looks like it could work. Cut. Legitimate. Oh shit. Another day. Another day. Oh shit. Excuse me, it's legitimate. Hey, what's going on, Rep? Let me see. You feeling that sense that something will happen soon there? Yeah, it's in the air. It's definitely in the air, bro. A lot of wild shit has been happening. Police fucking getting unloaded on like 2 incidents out here. Somebody got killed the other night, like 2 nights ago. The night before that, like 2 nights ago, 5 people got shot. 2 people, either 2 people died or 3 people died. And, the rest of the party is in critical condition. And I'm starting to think that shit has to do with this targeting, man. Like, too many people are getting shot. Like, it's crazy, man. Everybody ain't gonna put up with that shit. I keep trying to tell them. Everybody ain't gonna put up with it. It's sad. Excuse me, guys. It's legitimate. So my first no headlight car. Oh, no headlight? Yeah. These motherfuckers, man. Don't pay too much token to that. I mean, if you're gonna film it, but don't let them fuck with your brain behind that shit. Yeah, it is usually just one. They're trying to provoke all targets into getting themselves arrested or thrown into mental institution because they can't kill those of us with the whole army. Yeah, I definitely see that. They definitely want us to do something. That's why, like, my best advice, if I had some best advice to give anybody, it would be just to fucking, film what you can, man, and try and film that shit. Don't film everything, because it's easy to get into it's easy to get into the mindset of filming all the shit that that they're trying. Excuse me, it's legitimate. It's easy to get into the mindset of filming everything that they target you with, but I believe that's why they throw so much bullshit in the mix. So you do your mind is everywhere and you're filming everything. And when you show it to people, it's harder for people to understand when you're showing them so many different fucking tactics that they're using on you because they're like normal everyday tactics. Like for instance, if I was to show somebody a one headlight car, um, somebody rubbing their face or doing the coughing shit, then somebody putting their hands through their hair, and I pointed out to somebody like, look what they're doing. They're gonna obviously look at you like, man, what are you talking about? It's like these are regular things, but when you show a pattern of specific things, like the most like undeniable, excuse me, that was legitimate. Like the most undeniable harassment, the one headlights, the no headlights. You know, you get a pattern of that shit, and then you move on, and then you get a pattern of something else that they're doing, and then you get a pattern of something else that they're doing. That way, when you present it to somebody, they'll be like, damn, that is like kind of strange. Like, why are these people always fucking, doing whatever? It's fucked up, man. It's a fucked up program. Definitely. Every day is a fucking test. Every day is a fucking test. A fucking trial. Tribulations. That's the real story behind some of these shooting events. People being provoked into violence after years of harassment. Yeah, excuse me, you guys. Yeah, no doubt, man. And you know, the targeting, as far as the perps go, there's so many perps, man. It is so many different fucking faces and perps out here, bro. And I know I'm not the only targeted individual. Hands down, I'm not, you know, I'm not lost like that to where I think I'm the only, one, or think I'm alone out here. Like, I know there's gotta be thousands of fucking targets out here just because, just in the faces that they switch up on me, the people that they're putting up in fucking housing, the apartment shit. It's insane, man. And it's to the point now to where all anybody that's collecting that fucking general assistance bullshit, this is their fucking work for the week. They have to meet so much fucking, get so many hours of work. Like, this is their fucking bullshit work right here, man. And any type of fucking, ticket, and you do like some type of fucking county cleanup, the people on the side of the roads, they'll be cleaning up the parks and shit. Like, they ain't cleaning up the roads and cleaning up the parks no more. They're fucking participating in this bullshit. So, just keep in mind, like, we're dealing with a lot of fucking people, man. A lot of people that wouldn't normally be doing this, like, for punishment, are doing this to, right their fucking wrongs with the government or whatever, with the fucking, the law, the judge, the court system, and all that bullshit. Hey, what's going on, Wendy? we must maintain. Nothing feels real anymore. Yeah, it's we live in a whole different reality, bro. We live in a whole different fucking reality. A created reality, like they've created an artificial reality. Ugh, they've created an artificial reality around us and shit. A whole new fucking reality. Like sometimes I wonder, like all those kids that committed suicide, anybody that's ever committed suicide, like I wonder, like was this fucking program unleashed on them? Like, cause I don't think there's nothing, when you, and it's fucked up, cause when they do shit like that, they're doing it for money like that. Everybody fucking benefits off of fucking death. Like, you got the buried people, the mortuary, like three different fucking organizations benefit off of fucking you when you die. The fucking hospital, the ambulance and all that bullshit, the mortician, and then wherever you get buried at. And then the fucking church if you gotta pay them for fucking to do a sermon for you. So hella different people benefit off death. And then, it goes on and fucking on, man. So, and then, you know, there's not that many people in the world. Like, you might cross like 5 or 6 people that'll make fun of you behind something and shit. But, like, you're not gonna fucking travel through life and everybody be just fucking, putting you in that fucking mind or reality that everybody hates me, that I'm no good. Like, that shit is like fucking designed, man. I think that shit is designed, and these people have been doing this shit for years to people. Like, they're doing it to us, like, like it's not covert no more. Like, it's in the open with us. But just imagine the people that they doing it with, you feel me, covertly, that they'll never let know that they're being this done to, but they're doing it to them to make certain reactions and create certain situations. It's crazy, man. The people that never find out, man, we see them all the time, but we don't know who they are because we don't know, maybe now keeping out the symptoms and listening to what they say, but just think about all the fucking mass shootings and shit that happened back in the day. Like even from the postal, the mailman that went postal, that was a big one. Just think, from all the mass shootings from before then, all the, murder, suicides and shit, who's to say that these people, I definitely know they had a hand in some of that shit, but who's to say that it wasn't most of that shit? Who's to say that shit's not going on? This shit is real fucking deep. They could run a whole fucking psyop on the world right fucking now. They could come together, run a psyop on the world, and make us kill each other left and fucking right. Covertly. Like, straight covert. And a minor example of that, is like when I was, now this is just stuff I know about. I never participated in it or none of that shit. So, but, that was legitimate. Back in the day when rival gang members wanted to fucking, get at their rivals, covertly, so to speak. So say I was like a blood and I wanted to shoot at I wanted to fucking, if I was a blood and I wanted to go shoot some Crips or whatever, like we would put on, or not we, but like people would put on different clothing and shit, and clothing that matched a different a different area, you feel me, and they would fucking go like let shots off, make it look like they were shooting at him. So now that those people, those people think that the Crips were shooting at him, so now that they got somebody else to handle their fucking business and shit, and it's no fucking different, man. It's no fucking different. No fucking different. They're probably covertly doing this shit to fucking millions of fucking people. Millions of people. Millions of people will be dying, and we won't know nothing about how like, we'll hear that it was fucking, the guy lost his job, or the guy was, he was losing his house, or we'll hear like they were having mental problems. Like, those are key. The mental problems, whenever you hear like they say like the guy or the person was having mental problems or mental issues, like those are the ones. Like, if you're gonna look into any of them, those are really the ones to look into, man. And then see what the dude was talking about before he died. If you can find any Facebook or YouTube videos on him and shit, just listen to what they were talking about, man. They're killing a lot of people out here, man. And these police are all damn near, all of them are fucking Freemasons and shit. They want to be like, they want to get somewhere. They want to, they want to climb up. They want to climb up. And all it takes is for one of those fucking, all it takes is for one of the fucking Masons to call a shot and tell one of those police officers that's connected. And if all of them are damn near connected, that's probably why it's a blue wall of silence. All it takes is for one of those, those Freemason dorms or whatever you call them, their little hangout, the building and shit. Like, all it takes is one of them motherfuckers to call a shot and have the police kill somebody, and then it's and then, it's crazy. It's like you gotta make your sacrifice. I'm not saying that the sacrifice is the way to climb up or anything for them, because I don't know that shit. But it's just that fucking easy. You feel me? That they can fucking kill you, get away with it, and now they're fucking so-called a piece of the fucking organization and shit. They've made their fucking, they've done their due diligence. And just think, any Freemason, right? I was watching a thing, today. The dude was he was like, if you're a Freemason, or you got family members that are Freemasons and shit, like important Freemasons though. Like, if you get pulled over and, like, for anything, the police pull you over with a bunch of dope in the back of your car or whatever, like, it's certain shit that you can, like, the average person doesn't know how to speak to them. Like, it's certain shit that you can say. This dude says his fucking, the police, like, his people are fucking legitimate. His, what do you call him? His fucking, source, so to speak. They're police. He says he has a couple of police friends. And, like, all they have to do is, say certain shit, speak to him a certain way, and they'll fucking let him go. Like, they won't even search the vehicle or anything. Like, it's crazy, man. The ones that are a part of that, that fraternity or whatever. It's crazy how a fucking. It's crazy how a group like that can fucking call shots like that though. I mean, like, and be like, some of them may have to answer to it. I don't know. You know, like maybe you have to be really, really, really fucking important in that shit to just beat every fucking thing you get caught for. But like these people get caught for serious things. Like this one cop. You know, this one cop fucking he left his well, he said he fell asleep and his wife went to the fucking back of the police car to retrieve a purse or some shit. And fucking you know, she locked herself in the back of the police car. It's not funny, man, because you know something's up with that shit. But you know, they say the lady locked herself in the accidentally locked herself in the back of the police car because you know they have those doors that you know for the suspects not to get out. So they say she went in to fucking grab her purse and she locked herself in the back of the police car and she, you know, she died from the fucking heat in the back of the police car. And dude used to fight with his wife all the time, right? So, the, so the dude calls the police. His wife somehow dies in the back of the police car. But you know, you think about it. If you're picking something up, like you're not getting in the back of the police car unless you know you're fucking going somewhere. Like you're not gonna fucking sit down in the back of it. If you're going to retrieve something, you're not gonna sit down. And you're not gonna fucking, you know, close the fucking door. Like, how are you, like, you're just gonna, if anything, you're gonna lean in that motherfucker and grab whatever you gotta grab. And you're not even gonna put your feet, you're like, the only thing probably half your fucking torso at the most would be in the fucking vehicle. But, you know, she was parked and the way that the vehicle was backed in, like it was backed in to where no one could see her. Like it's not funny. You know, I just be laughing. It's no disrespect or anything, but you know, fucking yeah, man, it's fucked up, man. And they get away with that shit. They didn't look into it or nothing. They just fucking called it an accidental death. He's a cop. They don't have to look into it. You feel me? That crazy shit. That fraternal shit is fucking insane, man. And they always try and portray, what's that shit? Internal affairs is like, motherfuckers, like all the TV shows that everybody be, all the police be afraid of internal affairs. Trying to trick the public into fucking thinking they're not a part of that bullshit. I would never have imagined life being like this. I was so plugged. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes though, man, I don't know what you mean about saying about plugged in, but it sounds like, I don't know, like plugged in is like, from my understanding, like, you know, good with like the streets and locked in with everybody. Sometimes it's better, like this program, you know, sometimes it's better that this shit, like, I don't know what side of the fence you come from, but you know, if you come from like the street type of life, man, sometimes it's better now that, and this goes for not just the street life, this is from all fucking aspects of life, really. Like, it's better to fucking be going through this and to fucking find out who people really are before you fucked around and did something that you could have got in trouble, and that would have been a participant, or that would have just been like anything, just anything. A family member could have did you like even worse than what they're doing you now. Like, it's always better to know like who the people are before they actually fucking do something really fucking serious to you, and you really have no clue. Like, at least now you have one foot in the door to where you're always suspicious around certain people that have participated in this program and shit. You might not be both feet, but at least you got one foot, man. It's fucking sad, man. It's sad, man. You ever want to cry, but it's like tears don't come out, man. It's like, it's fucking crazy, man. That's how crazy this shit is. Working 12-hour shifts, going to school, and like it was taken away from me. Oh yeah, man. But not everything, not everything is taken away from you, man. Not everything. There's things you can do as far as financially get around this shit. I mean, but this is when this is when you are gonna have to come into play. This is when you're gonna have to find your niche in life, you feel me? You're gonna have to find what you're good at, man. I'm still fucking stuck trying to figure out what to fucking do, man, but I know I can't recycle all my fucking life, but now is the fucking time. Like, we've been in we've had a head start in this fucking pandemic, man. Like, we've been living a fucking pandemic for longer than these people have been living the pandemic, that's for sure. So, you know, just play out our targeting as a fucking pandemic. Like, we're literally running away from the virus, though. Like, we're staying alive. Like, we're surviving the virus and this shit. Like, we got it. Excuse me. These motherfuckers are the virus, man. And we got them. So, you know, we just gotta stay strong or they'll kill us off, man. We gotta find our niche. We gotta find what we're good at, man, and go from there. And God doesn't create anybody that, you might not be good at anything. You might not be good at 99.9% of shit in life, but there's that one fucking, or 99% of shit in life, but there's that 1% of shit out there that you can fucking just ace like a motherfucker, man. You just gotta figure out what that is. So you're still plugged in, man. You just gotta, you know. And that's the thing, everybody isn't targeting you. So, and the good thing about the internet, or even just fucking, you know, say you bought shit offline and you wanted to, say you bought it in bulk, you wanted to flip your money or anything, like, just fucking get t-shirts and fucking and a bunch of fucking shit that people need and that they're gonna get, and you take that shit to the flea market, man. People trust, like, there's no way that they're gonna be able to cramp your fucking money. Like, you gotta be able to do, like, put it, like, you can do it on the internet, but they're gonna fuck with you. They fuck with me all the time. Like, you just it's like fishing, man. You're gonna get fucking, you're gonna get bites, but some of the bites you're gonna get away because they're gonna be bullshit bites. There's gonna be these motherfuckers playing around, telling you to meet them somewhere, and they don't be there, or they don't really want it. You know, just wasting your fucking time. You're gonna get a bunch of that shit. I was getting a bunch of that shit, but now I just tell them like if they want it, they gotta come up. Yeah, if they want it, they gotta come to me. Like I don't meet nobody nowhere. Like I'll meet them at Target or some shit like that. Like just in case it is a perk, like just to fucking psychologically fuck with them. I'll meet them at Target or fucking some gas station or something that I'm really close to. But if it's somewhere like across town or to like the next city over, because the cities out here are connected, so they're really not that far apart from each other. But I'm not riding out there for no bullshit. But you set that shit at flea markets, or you just find someplace on the side of the road, have you a couple tables, set that shit, people will stop, man. People will stop and people will buy your shit. You just gotta watch them close, cause they'll try and fuck your shit up too. Like the perps will stop and act like they want to see some of your shit, and they'll try and fuck it up. Like that, I've caught them doing that shit to me before. Like hell nah, you gotta don't touch nothing. Tell them don't touch nothing. Like if they want to touch anything, fucking, you know, tell them to come to you first. Like tell them. But there's something out there you can do, man. Alright, what's going on, mischievous? Hey, Mojo. The entire city has been compromised. Yeah, it seems like that, but it's not like that, bro. It's not that now it can become compromised. Anything they touch can become compromised. But as of, like they can't, that's too many. You're not gonna cross. They're using a certain, they're using a certain amount of people around you, maybe like 100, maybe like 75, maybe 50. But they're using a certain amount of people around us every day to storm us every day, like on shift. So, and then they have people set up at our regular, well, I don't know, like, if you go home, go to work, and go home, and go to work. But, like, for me, I'm out here and shit, like, on the streets and shit, so, like, there's certain locations that I go to a lot, so they'll have, their perps in certain locations and shit, and they just hang out in those locations, and that's part of their fucking, that's part of their system, man. They drop them out, they drop them off systematically throughout the fucking city and shit, man. I would imagine since there's more than one perp or more than one target, yeah, so they're just strategically set out across the city, almost like every neighborhood watch has its fucking, neighborhood watches everywhere, bro. And they have their fucking goons. They have their fucking little fucking tweaker and all these fuckers. And some they get money, some they get cars. Like a lot of them get cars out here. I've noticed a lot of perps are getting cars, whether they're buying it with money that they get from this shit or they're fucking, you know, getting a car for participating. But a lot of them are getting it. So you know, they're just strategically set out everywhere, man. And wherever we go, that's how the fucking cars most of like a lot of they may have GPS on our phone and all that shit, but they have a ground system too as well. They have these people riding around in black. Like you see these people walking around in all black. Like that's the whole fucking ground system, and they're everywhere. Everywhere I park, they're in all black. They're all fucking connected. So if you see that everywhere I go, people are wearing all black throughout downtown, you know, they're connected. So that tells you they have a hell of a floor, a grounds. It might be five over here, five over there, five in this area, five in this area, five in that area, five in that area, five in that area. You got 100 people, you got the ground covered like a motherfucker, man, throughout the city, pretty much, throughout the downtown area, you know. So they keep these people around us and flocking around us and shit, and it makes it seem like the whole fucking world is, but it's a small percentage of the fucking world. But anybody is fucking suspect, man, because they can get anybody. And then the ones that they can't, then they're gonna use the technology on them, and then they're gonna hit us with it. They're gonna hit them with the technology to make us think that they're perping us and shit. That's another thing. Like, we gotta really pay attention, like, only to the ones that we love or the ones that we have, the ones that we have fucking some type of connection to. Like, we gotta really pay attention to them, and because you can tell if it's the fucking technology or it's them just by the shit they say and what they do. Like, you know a person that you've been living around your whole fucking life, or that you're in love with, or whatever the case is. The pretty much, if you have feelings for that person, then you know their actions and shit. You pretty much know everything about them and shit. So that technology is artificial. So if they are doing it for real, you'll know. If they're targeting you, at least, you'll know. Um, it's gonna get bad next month if you haven't gotten out of the city. I highly value LTIs to do it. Yeah, man, I want to really bad. I'm telling you, I do. I got two more things to do so far. If they don't fuck up anything else, I'm good. Like, the alternator set me back, and the brakes hella set me back. So now I'm fucking working on fucking stacking up for these fucking. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna pay the parking ticket. I might fight that shit. But as far the title transfer and shit, like, I just gotta get that, and I'm good. And well, and then I'm good to stack up to get the fuck out of here. So I just pray. I pray that they give. Well, I pray that I get 3 months, at least 3 months, to fucking be able to get up out of here. It's not one thing, it's something else with these people, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Hey, what's going on, HW? But it seems like it's witchcraft, like some of them literally materialize. Yeah, some of the shit does. And they say they work with, demons and spirits and shit. And some of these people, trust me, man, like, I look at some of these people and they do look possessed. I don't know if that's the technology. I don't know what that is, man. But they do be looking like they have demons in them, man. They don't be looking human, and their faces be fucking twitching all up, fucking all like literally like it's crazy, man. Eyeballs popping out their fucking head. And I know drugs make you do certain shit like that, but I've never seen like the worst I've seen people like I never seen, and I've seen some twitchy motherfuckers, man. But I can always see like you can even with their eyes all fucking dilated and shit. Like like it might be a person might be, have some demons or whatever. But when you're totally fucking possessed and zapped out and shit, you have that look, man. there's that undeniable look that you're possessed or some shit like. So I don't know, man. It's just this technology is so wicked it can mimic anything. That's why, like, when people, I used to look at a lot of fucking videos where people say they have visions and they had dreams of seeing God. Like, I used to watch a lot of those and shit. And then, once I found out about the technology that they use on us and shit, I don't even pay attention to that shit. Like, even when people say they have visions, I have visions of this or visions of that. Even if I was to have a vision, like I wouldn't trust that fucking bullshit, man, because they use this tech, like they give people dreams and shit, like so if they can give you dreams and shit, they've already defeated the fucking, I believe Iraq it was, not defeated them, but they took fucking hostages because they thought fucking Allah was talking to him and shit, man. So this day, yeah. Oh man, that's the most devious shit. Like when you think about that shit, man. When you think about that, you got people coming at you with guns, ready to fucking take your head off, and they use a technology on you, the voice of fucking God telling you to stand down. We want you to stand down and let these people take you in. Do you know how fucking serious that shit is right there? Like, those people are fucking, like, that, it is fucked up. Like, if that shit was really used in war, and they weren't stupid enough to disclose that information, like, that's the type of information right there that should be top secret as long as it's not used on fucking human citizens and shit, like fucking regular citizens. But if war, like that could save so many fucking lives, man, if they use that shit covertly. Like you would, but they just want to kill people anyways. But like that shit is fucking, that is the ultimate technology, man. That's more dangerous than any fucking gun. That's more than like you can fucking literally remote control, especially people that have a serious belief in whoever their faith is. Man, you beam that shit into their head and tell them you're Buddha or you're fucking you're this or you're that. Man, you can make a person do anything for you, man. It's crazy. And a real believer, if those are the only people that you target, or like true believers, not no half steppers and shit, and you target true believers, man, you can fuck this world up, man. You have people putting bombs everywhere. You have fucking people fucking shooting up all types of crowds of people, having just have God beam in their head. Those people are the devil. I want you to kill them, kill up their whole fucking population. I want you to build an army and kill up their whole fucking population, man. Do you know they could wipe out humanity? Oh man, these people, man. It just don't stop at what they're doing to us, man. You gotta, like, the seriousness up. I'm a dead man. The seriousness of this technology, man, goes beyond what they're doing to us. You know, the seriousness of this technology goes beyond just what they're doing to us. Like when we think about what they're doing to us, just think about what else they can do with it. That's what you think about, man. This is minute to the shit that they can do to us. And then I got somebody bright me. This is minute to the shit compared to the shit that they can do to like the whole fucking population. And probably what they're doing to people covertly anyway. And some serious technology, man. We gotta stop being we gotta stop being like this. I know, right? I believe what was said in these chats long ago. Everyone in your life, after learning what's going on, is a plant. Um, Maybe everybody that comes into your life, man, but I don't think well, you can't say everybody because there's lots of targets out here. You know, I think just everybody has the potential to target you. I would say everybody does have the potential to target you. And anybody will target you no matter how much they love you because they can target you unconsciously from their fucking weapons that they use. Their subliminal messages, bullshit. Like they can even zap some at somebody's head and make them like a itchy feeling. Maybe shoot a laser at somebody's head and give it an itchy feeling all throughout the day, and somebody be scratching their fucking head all fucking day. You feel me? Shit like that. Like they can do covert shit. That's why I say you gotta really pay attention to how people act around you. There's a certain, so I can't detect it all. Like there goes another no lights. Notice how it's a pattern. It's like two no lights, and then it's this motherfucking back of me brightening the shit out of me. That's a hell of a metaphor. One person brighten me, two no lights. Let's count the no lights. Like slug bug, no lights. From no lights to bright lights. I, I feel bad, but not for myself, cause I'm stronger than all the creatures doing this to my family, and I feel bad for all the innocent children, single women with children, and others going through this. Yeah, I can up another no lights. Look at that, three no lights, y'all. Three no lights. Look at that shit. Undeniable evidence right there. They tell on themselves. They can't help but to tell on themselves, and they're probably fucking. They're probably 17 people. They're 18 people. They're definitely on here. It's a couple police on here. A couple of their perps on here for sure. Definitely. And they hear me talking about the no headlights, but you see, they can't fucking help themselves but to fucking expose their hand because that's how fucking evil they are. That, the chances of this ever blowing up and fucking if ever proof was needed, like you know, they don't care about that shit. Like they don't try to catch me slipping anymore and slide that shit in. They just fucking blatantly do it, knowing that it's being recorded. And I know part of that is to make you think that you can never do anything about this. And you're probably right, you can never do anything about this, but I don't think you should ever give up the fucking. I don't think you ever should give up your fucking, your recording this program. Record it till the fucking wheels fall off, man, because if you ever have to go to court for anything, if you ever fucking need proof, That's why you record it and record a pattern of this fucking bullshit. So you can prove that they're entrapping you. For one, they're manipulating you. If you do anything, they fucking manipulated you into doing this shit. Keep in mind they may kill you before you make it to court. So, I'm not promoting for anybody to do anything. I'm not promoting anybody to fucking um, do harm to anybody, because 9 times out of 10, as you can see, most of us don't make it out. Most of us don't make it out when we do something to somebody. We either die in jail with a rope around our neck, some mysterious way, because you can't hang yourself. They've made it hang proof. Like, there's no way in the world you can hang yourself in jail. But mysteriously, people keep popping up dead. They even take your fucking shoestrings. Like, they make sure like nobody's gonna fucking kill themselves in jail. There's nothing you can tie anything around. If you did have anything, you wouldn't the only thing you would probably be able to do is fucking tie it around your neck and try and yank yourself up with your hands. If you could fucking pull your neck up like that or some shit. But there's no way you're gonna hang yourself in jail. But yeah, people do mysteriously pop up dead till this fucking day from hanging themselves. Go fucking figure. But yeah. So I don't promote anybody to do anything, because most of the time we don't make it out. But if you ever do, you know, make it to court, fucking, you have your fucking proof. And I think it's good to keep putting this shit out and letting people know, like, especially letting people know that the police is behind this fucking program and shit. So people can start seeing, and this is like the time to do it, because everything is happening so much, man, between the fucking police. Like, everybody's eyes, this is the situation, everybody's eyes is on police corruption, police brutality. That's why I pay attention. I go to a lot of those channels and I leave fucking comments about targeting and shit. Because people read the comments. Like, sometimes that's the first thing people do is go to the comments. And you just put something in there. Just leave something in there about targeting. Even on the Black Lives Matter. Like, I hate those fuckers and I don't like them for shit. But there are legitimate people that go on there and believe, that, justice needs to be served to, and that police corruption needs to be ended. So I do leave, like, you know, and, sometimes I might be wrong for doing it. Sometimes I might be wrong in the ways that I get people to come check out targeting or whatever. But, it's not a lie. It could, I mean, but in a way that seemed kind of wrong. But sometimes you just gotta fucking, if you ain't hurt nobody, sometimes you gotta fucking do what you gotta do. And, so I do say, like, man, you guys need to look into community harassment, a police ran organization, that are fucking out here killing people, um, and getting away with it, literally. And I'll put all the different names that it's under, and I'll leave that on the channel and shit. And I know people look at it, people are fucking. Sometimes you gotta take drastic measures, man, and sometimes you gotta piggyback off of people. And I learned that. I learned to piggyback. I learned the piggyback thing off the fucking, believe it or not, off the fucking gay community, off the gay community, man. Like, if you think about it, like, they've been piggybacking their whole fucking struggle from the dirt all the way until now, and look where they're fucking at. Like, they got fucking Black Lives Matter fucking walking around with a rainbow fist and shit. Like, It's not a black fist anymore. It's a fucking rainbow fist now. Oh my lord. My goodness. So sometimes you have to piggyback, man. They're on the top, man. They're on the fucking top, man. And so I think we should piggyback off of this police corruption scandal. Like, it'll get more people to fucking look it up. It definitely gets more people to look it up and see what's going on. Maybe look into it. Maybe some powerful people. Maybe more people, start asking questions and want to know more and shit. Even, even on like the mass shooting ones, like the mass shooting shit out here. I love to comment on that one about the targeting and shit. I don't ever tell them I'm targeted though. I just say you guys should look into the community harassment program, the targeted individual gang stalking. Like, this could definitely be a reason that this happened. You know, I don't ever give them my channel or anything. If they want to tap onto my icon and see it, then. But I don't let them know that I'm targeted. I don't want them to think, oh, this is about him, or like I'm trying to get them to fucking come to my fucking channel and get views or some shit. So I don't ever mention me being targeted. I just mention it for them to look up gang stalking and shit. The only virus to watch out for are these demons. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. They're all over us too, man. They're fucking all over us. You can't shake these motherfuckers off, man. Oh, you can't shake them off, man. This motherfucker having fun with me, though, huh? Super fun. He gonna wear his fucking battery down to fuck with me. Piece of shit. Coward. Cowards, man. Definition of coward: someone who would do something knowing that they're protected, or knowing that they can defeat that person. They're stronger, thinking they can, knowing they can bully that person. They're fucking cowards. A person that's scared to fight or doesn't want to fight, doesn't like to fight, that's not a coward until that person tries to inflict something on somebody that person knows that is weaker than them. Then they become a fucking coward. Like, these people didn't ever be cowards, but they were scared all their life. Like, they never could fight their own battles and shit. They were always fucking scared. And then, one day they figured, okay, since so many people are fucking with me, I'm gonna fuck with people that are weaker than me. And they eventually start doing that, and then they start feeling stronger. Like, that's how they fucking gain their fucking energy and shit. They become stronger like that. It's sad. That's their fucking spinach. Like, that's their fucking spinach. And that's a dangerous thing, because eventually you'll go on through life inflicting that same fucking mindset on people. Like, you'll go on thinking that because people are weaker than you, that you can keep bullying them, and then you're gonna run into the wrong person. It's gonna be somebody, the smallest person that you've ever fucked with. You know, it's gonna be a real small person, and you're not gonna know that little person took karate, or that person lived the wrong life, or fucked up life, or you know, that person just naturally has the ability to fuck you up, and you know that's gonna be the. Oh shit, that's gonna be fucked up, man. It's gonna be embarrassing to your pride, you know. All types of shit. I see it happen. Like I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen for sure. Picking on the wrong little guy. Picking on the wrong small guy. It's not good for any party. And then when you're confined, like out here in the streets, you can get in a fight, get beat up, and you can wiggle around to where you know everybody that saw that fight, you know, you can get somewhere where nobody ever seen that fight. You know, you're not gonna have people rubbing that shit in. But if you're being a big badass in like prison or jail and running your fucking mouth and you know beating up on people and bullying people and talking about how tough you are, like one day it never fucking fails. It never fucking fails. You might have a long run at doing it. You might have a year. You might have a couple years. But all those years, all those years are gonna add up to when that little dude kicks your ass, that little or the whoever, when whoever fucking you decide to bully on fucking beats the shit out of you, all that shit that you ever did is not gonna count, and in fact, it's gonna count against you. It's gonna count against you because people are gonna be saying, "See, you can't be thinking everybody is weak," or you, and you're gonna hear that shit every fucking day. Every day you wake up, you're gonna hear that shit. You can't be thinking everybody is weak. You see, you fucked with all those people, and now see, you got your ass beat, and people are just gonna rub that shit in, and rub it in. Out here, you know, these people, they just randomly get shot, like they get killed and shit. However, they get killed, and then whoever kills them gets labeled crazy. Well, we're already labeled crazy from the jump, but you know. Yeah, man, you can't go on bullying people though, man. That's not the look. That's not the look at all, man. I think karma eventually catches up with these people. Karma catches up, man. I think I'm gonna put a sign on my car. I'm gonna put a sign on the back of this motherfucker. May God send karma to all my oppressors. The the worst of karma to may God send the worst of karma to all of my oppressors. And I'm gonna say that shit every day after I pray. May God send karma, the worst of karma, to all of my oppressors. They're everywhere. What's the They are everywhere, man. Hey, what's going on? Jay Black? Yeah, man. Still maintaining, bro. Hanging in there, man. Up, look at the terrorists. Look at them. Are they coming? No, not too deep. Look at the terrorists. And something's probably finna go down pretty soon. We'll be getting a perp, one of their ground crews. Maybe somebody pushing a basket with hella shit in it or some fucking weirdo. Yeah. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I read that. I'm not Christian or anything, but I have read that in the Bible. Like, I do believe some of what's in the Bible. But that right there, these visions, like the visions that people are getting, I don't believe are visions from God. They're visions from this satanic technology, this demon tech. What did I tell you? I told you they were gonna send their fucking goonies. So say the skimpy dress girls, fucking goonies with their one headlight bandit bullshit, or not with their fucking flashing the light in your fucking face bullshit. And this is fucking crazy people, man. Dreams from God are different than dreams from the enemy. I know. Yeah, look at his ass. See what I'm saying? He wanted to see if I was gonna say anything. You fucking piece of shit. You see that terrace right there? Ladies and gentlemen, you see how he set that up? You see how they walked across the street this way? He wanted me to say something to them. And I would have said something to them. That's entrapment, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking entrapment. You see? Trying to entrap me, ladies and gentlemen. Because that's what they do. That's what the fuck they do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't help like that. They're so fucking evil, like they can't help. Even though they know they're being filmed, they can't fucking help but to do something to try and piss me off or get me to do something, and be blatant about it in the fucking camera. Like, that's how much they don't fucking care or don't think. Like, they're just that they let their evilness overpower their fucking good sense of thought. But if their job was ever to come to a fucking cease, or if these people were to ever be prosecuted in the court of law, they'd be begging for your forgiveness so they could keep their fucking job. Look at that bullshit coming back around. They'd be begging for your forgiveness so they could keep their job. You feel me? that type of shit. Or they'll be begging for your, oh, don't take my life, don't take my life bullshit. Like all of this shit is fun and dandy until you get a gun pointed in your face, or you know you're on trial for this fucking bullshit. Like then you want to fucking, like I was watching this court TV thing, and this cop, you know, the girl, the female had a warrant. So he took her to the back of the store and made her perform oral sex on him, or he was gonna take her to jail. She had her son, she had her fucking kid in the back of the car, and nobody to take care of her kid. And he was telling her, then your child will have to go to social services if we can't call anybody to pick him up, or we can handle it like this. And he took her to the back in front of a fucking camera, and the camera caught his ass. You feel me? But see, that's just the fucking, that's how fucking evil these people are, man. Like they'll fucking risk their fucking, like they don't even, until it fucking happens. Then the dude was fucking crying and shit all in court, like, you know, I don't know what went over me. I'm not like that. You know, I don't know, like I'm sick. I think I'm like making up all types of fucking excuses for himself. But he was a tough ass though. You feel me? He was a real tough ass when he was out there going and slapping up drug dealers probably, and forcing that girl to fucking, you know, perform oral sex and shit on him and shit. Like he was real tough. It's fucked up, man. And these are the people that people hold up as heroes, and you know they hold them up high. The badge is just fucking something to be respected. People fucking lift. The only reason people lift those people apart, excuse me, that's legitimate. The only reason people lift hold cops up so high is because they have guns and they portray to be tough, and most people don't have guns and they're not fucking tough, and they've always wanted to have something to make them like they're some, like they want, you know, they want to be buddies with a tough fucker, you know, they want to fucking have a tough buddy, or they want to have a connection like that. I get it. The only thing I could see anybody wanting to be friends with a cop for is just like some type of fucking connection or something. Fucking evil bastards, man. Evil. And just what they're doing to us is targeted individuals. We're targeted individuals, and they know for the most part we don't fucking deserve to be on this program. Well, none of us deserve to be on this program, or we would be in jail. And they know that shit, and they still have fun doing this shit to you. You feel me? So that just tells you right there, like the mentality that most of our cops, they don't join this fucking, they don't join the police force to make the world a better place. You know, you often hear cops say, I joined the force to make the world a better place. That's bullshit. Most of them join the force because ladies love a person in a uniform, and, you know, all that shit. And women that like women love to wear fucking, and this is no shots at, you know, I'm not saying all female police are gay, but most of them, there's a good percentage of them that, you know, it just makes them feel more, you know, um, unfeminine, so to speak. It's fucked up, man. And of course, for the check, but definitely not to make the world a better place. Shit. How are you making the world a better place when you're fucking, writing, not even writing, like you're not even taking the warrant away from the lady, like you're not even getting the warrant wiped out, like you can't get for one, you can't get the warrant can only be fucking wiped out by the judge. So you're making her fucking, you make this lady fucking, you fucking take, like you're literally taking something, a piece of this lady away from her. Like she'll never be the same again. Like she's thinking about that shit every day, unless she's seeing some type of counseling or some shit. But like, you know, and you like, how is that making the world, like making the world better? Power is a motherfucker, man, in that suit. Look, that suit, no matter if it's one of these fuckers right here, or it's one of the terrorists that drive the black and white ones, when you wear that suit, you know you're not doing it to make the world a better place. A lot of the motherfuckers start fires just to fucking, it's like secret shit, man. Secret society shit, man. It's crazy. The same people who fucking put the fires out start most of them, or are behind starting most of them. The same people that fucking pick you up and fucking take you to the hospital when you're fucking, bleeding out and shit. Like, a lot of them know that shit is fucking gonna happen before it happens. You just don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen. But for those of you who want to keep on trusting the police, I'm talking about those who aren't targeted individuals. For those of you who believe the police are your saviors, a lot of you guys calling the police on the gangbangers and the drug dealers in your neighborhood, the police are working with them, a lot of them, letting them sell drugs just as long as they can give information. Sell all the drugs you want, give us the information. Whoever you sell the drugs to, we just want to know who you sell them to. You can keep selling, your business can fucking flourish, but we want to know all the people that you're selling to. That's why most of the big drug dealers don't ever go to jail. Never go to jail. All the small time drug dealers, and there's some fucking stupid big time drug dealers and shit, so it's not because they're fucking, don't think it's because they're smart that they fucking been staying out of jail a long time. These motherfuckers hop out the car all in the open, passing brown paper bags to motherfuckers and all types of shit. So don't think it's because they're fucking smart that they've been staying out of jail. They've been telling their whole fucking drug selling career. And they're fucking tied in. Let them smoke drugs. Smoke all the crack you want. We want you to change. See, the drug dealers, the big time drug dealers, the only person that's really fucked is the person that's trying to make ends meet. The person that's trying to take care of their families and shit like that. And some of the people that are trying to, floss and, dress nice and drive a couple nice things or whatever. not drive a couple nice things, but have a car or whatever. You know, take care of your family. Just surviving life. Keep up, if you will. And those are the people who really get fucked off. The drug dealers, the big time ones, they report to the police. You buy the drugs. You sell them. The people who buy the drugs, they tell on you. If they fucking tell on you. A fucked up cycle. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. Not only do they tell on you, but then you got a bunch of fucking covert fucking snitches around you that you think are hardcore and you're fucking homeboys and shit. We got another no headlights. How many is that? 5 already, you guys? What a fucking, that's one hell of a coincidence, huh? And the motorcycle pulls up right next to it. Yeah, man. I don't know. Life is crazy. Think about how many perks are former military intel personnel knowing almost nothing but info gathering. When service is up, they come back to the real world and need a job. Yup, exactly. Exactly. It's a lot of them. A lot of them aren't even retired. A lot of them come out here pretending like their husband and what. Like I noticed that shit. Like when I first fucking became targeted. Before I noticed any of the fucking regular citizens and shit. Like a lot of fucking. I used to think they were actually but you can tell like if they weren't actually on the fucking job, like they're fucking ex-military, like ex-fucking police officers or something, just by their posture, the way they walk, the way they, scan. You can tell, man. They're fucking, they stick out like sore thumbs, man. Especially, like, that's like why when you fucking, like, the perfect undercover would be like, the perfect undercover would be like somebody who's been in the street, like would be a real criminal. You would have to relocate that person to a different city though. Like that's the only way you can get or somebody that's grew up like a police officer that's grew up around the shit and they come from the street life and they've been around it enough to fucking mimic the characteristics and know what's gonna throw them off. Like no, like okay, like for instance those two cops that fucking were trying to harass me and shit. Like they stuck out like sore thumbs, cause first of all they one is just the dude that was fucking his posture and shit, not the skinny one with the Oso hat, but the other one, he had the whole police fucking stance and all that shit. And the movement and the way he was looking at it, like they have this certain way about them. Their movements, the way they fucking talk, like they have almost like a slang, a police slang, by the way they talk, by the certain words they like to use, like professional, but small professional. I don't know how to explain it, but if you listen, and then they have this fucking, and I think it's psychologically designed this way, but they have this fucking stuck up way Like when they fucking arrest you and then they have this fucking stuck up way of fucking talking to you and shit. Like, you know, like, I don't know how to put it, man. I don't know how to put it, but it's this real fucking stuck up, um, diver, you know, when you're trying to divert away from certain thing, like I don't know. It's really fucking a stuck up like way of talking to you. But yeah, man, and just the way, and then the other dude, the way he was dressed and shit, like this is a skinny dude. You know, he's not Mexican, he's not Latino or nothing like that. Well, he could have been, but he looked more white than anything. And fucking, you know, he has this fucking hat on that says Oso and shit. And of course, that is a street name, and that is like, you know, somebody that's a gangbanger or something. You know, most gangbangers have that name, like Oso, or you know, maybe not gangbanger, but people that are in the street life, they have that fucking name, Oso. So, you know, he probably went into the fucking, you know, they grabbed their fucking clothing from, you know, like when people go to prison and shit, they have to fucking leave their clothes. Like they can't. Well, they take their clothes, but you know, some get their clothes get left back, and they use them for donations and shit to give to the prisoner. Like they have to literally write off all their shit. If you don't have your family come get it, that you have to write it off, and they eventually either give it to the inmates or they fucking give it to thrift shop or some shit like that. Um, But yeah, so all they do is go into the fucking clothing room and find clothes, and that dude just picked up a fucking hat that said Oso because he knows it's a gang member's name. But he's not fucking smart enough to know, okay, I'm a skinny fuck, but I'm gonna put on this hat, and that gave him up right there. Like you automatically know he's a fucking cop, man. Just that type of shit, man. They stick out like sore thumbs. They used to walk. They used to walk by me. This is before I was driving though. They used to walk by me with their fuck. They used to push their fucking stroller. Like they used to look like happy families and shit. And they used to be uniform though. Like it was almost like I imagined myself. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day on the regular Nintendo there was a game called Paperboy. And you know, like the paper boy, he would fucking ride through fucking the city, like to nowhere, just throwing papers at people's houses and shit, making his points and shit. When you see people walking down the street and the fucking, like it was just like fucking, I imagined myself in that fucking video game, man. Like every day was the fucking same. I see people pushing strollers on the same fucking street every day. I recycle, you go the same route, everything the same. People just pushing strollers, walking with their little dog and shit. And you could tell like they were all fucking, they weren't regular citizens. They were some type of police. I think they move agents in like all around us and shit, man. I think throughout our life, even like I think it's strategically set up like throughout all our life. There's like listeners out here. Like there's certain people that are fucking classified listeners and they fucking work for the government and they're out here to fucking like listen to anything that they may think, you know, somebody is catching on to, or you know, any type of conspiracy bullshit. If they hear somebody talking about that, you know, I think they're specifically strategically set out everywhere around us in the world, in the cities and shit. Like, not in clusters or no shit, but I believe like they have groups of fucking people, and that is their whole fucking job in life, is just to walk through and keep an eye on people's conversations and shit, and listen for shit that doesn't sound right to them. Gang bangers, gang members, fucking, I think in every group there's a fucking, especially in every gang, there's a listener for the government. Hey, what's going on, Jennifer? Yeah, man, that's that's crazy. It actually says 0 or on the live for me. Yeah, they do fuck with that shit too. I think that's from them jumping on. That's from them jumping on. I know it's never usually 19 people on here, but like they like to jump on. Like, I don't know how they um, do that shit. If they just come in through the regular, like on the regular thing, or if they have some type of back door as they fuck with your shit, they're logged on as well. See, that's the very first van I had, and they like to use that motherfucker. I don't know why, like if they think that fucks with me or something, but that's the very first van I had. Not that specific one, but and you see, as he has a bike strapped to it, and he's gonna park right here in front of me in my vision. It's too dark for me to see the bike, but I know it's there. I seen it pass me, and they have the tow truck come by. Notice how they do that. Oh, now he's gonna take off. Everything simultaneous. Then we have the bike riders right there, the Mormons or whatever. I believe those are Mormons. But yeah, man, they like to send the subliminal messages that they're gonna take my van. So as you can see there, excuse me, it's legitimate. The scooter just passed. Everything is Notice how everything is fucking synchronized. Um, from the very first van I had with the bike strapped to it, to the fucking person walking across the street, to the fucking tow truck, to the two guys, with the bag strapped on them, riding their bike. Now all of this is fucking, basically they're having a conversation with me, telling me, all those subliminal messages are basically a conversation with me, telling me that we're gonna take your van. It's a whole fucking, they're just saying something. That's how they're speaking. It's a language. It's literally a language that I've fucking fucked up and picked up on. Like, I've paid too much attention to it, and I've picked on I picked up on the language, and fucking they get me all the time with that shit, because when they say shit to me, like I've formed like they these fucking people, man. Like especially like when I go in the store, they have their little third party talks, but I found out that it irritates them. Like when they try and fucking talk and get me to hear something they're saying, I just talk loud. I talk really fucking loud, like I'm talking to myself or I'm singing. Like I'll say sing, like just for anything, like Jingle bells, like I just fucking get real loud with it, and you can hear them trying to raise their voice for me to hear it. Then I get louder and shit, and so it never really works. So they figured out a fucking language for me to follow. Like they use visual for me now. Like the tow trucks, the bikes. Well, they've been using the booty bandits and shit on the bikes, but now it's more of a everything is visual. They want me to see fucking tow trucks left and right, fucking people on bikes and people walking and all types of shit with big bags in their hands and shit. It is fucked up, man. I swear. Like sometimes, sometimes I do kind of wish like I was indoors to where like I wouldn't have to fucking see these people or even deal with them until I fucking stepped out. In that aspect of the fucking targeting, I think that's what I do miss about the residents or what have you. But I don't know how I would be able to deal with fucking them banging on fucking walls and breaking in my shit and putting poison in fucking food and you know. I mean, that shit would be always in the back of my head. Every time I leave, I'll be like, damn, man, there's somebody in my shit right now. Somebody is in my fucking shit right now, and I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they are in that motherfucker. Even if I had a job, like that's all that, like I wouldn't even be able to fucking, I'd be thinking about that shit all day. Like, what are these motherfuckers doing in my shit? Overstressing. Overstressing. That would be a lot on the mind. How have you been? I remember you from Target Citizens. Citizen Live Chat. Oh, live chat. I've been alright, Amanda. Hopefully you've been alright as well. Hopefully everybody's been doing good. Just hanging in there, one day at a time. No lights has become a constant new one for me. One headlight impacts as well. Yeah, and they know, and it's fucked up because in a way that I've sort of, sensitized you guys to my targeting and shit and let you know like that. And that's why they're doing it to you guys is because I've let you guys know like what they said, like the meaning of that it means I'm a dead person, I'm a dead man. I've let you guys know that that's what it means for me. So now they haven't had to really, use that on you. But now that you've watched my fucking lives and shit, they know that you know what that means. So they're running that bullshit on you. They're running that bullshit on you guys. Hey, yeah, they love to do that. Fuck with people's cars, man. That's their thing. We need somebody to create a device that you can point at their fucking cars and fuck with their shit. I believe there are laser pointers that might do it. They might have some type of laser pointer It might be dangerous though. You don't want to blow nobody up and shit. But that I believe those laser pointers that burn, like they burn, like they have to be like the real strong ones. But they have laser pointers that I've been watching like videos on people with laser pointers and shit, and like they have different strengths and shit, and you know, you could probably get a highly powerful one and do some damage. But you don't want to fucking do that to nobody's gas tank or no shit like that, of course. Might not be the right. It might not be the right move. Yeah, they do like to do that traumatic bullshit. That they do. Nah, what it is, you know, they're gonna do all that shit to tweak you out, bro. They're gonna do all that shit, and their hopes, you know, is that you fucking, you know, you get on, cause I did it too. I did it too. And what they want you to do, they want you to get on fucking, they want you to get out there and they want you to film that shit and be like, every time you hear a fucking airplane, they want you to run outside with your fucking camera and fucking, you know, they want you to notice how that synchronization was. The dude coming from this way with the bags and the two goofballs riding that way. They want you to fucking run outside all frantic, and it puts your, you know, that also, when you're doing all that fucking trying to catch them and actually, you know, running back and forth, that puts you at a certain frequency as well that they can use their devices on you and shit. Like if you're not in a calm state but you're excited and you know your pulse and your adrenaline is kind of running, they can attach their fucking equipment to you a little easier. But yeah, they want you. They know 9 times out of 10 if you record it, you'll probably upload it, and you know that it's easier. Like that's one of the easy ways for them to fucking say you're crazy, because like that's like one of the most if they believe everything you say, like that's like one of the most unbelievable things in the world is that airplanes are fucking with you. Like they be like, so they used to hit me up in my comment section all the time. So you think people are really fucking getting in airplanes just to fuck with you? Like, are you serious? Like, and even as a targeted individual, you know, that sounds crazy. But we know that it happens. But, you know, still, even the thought of that, like, that these people would actually fucking hop in an airplane and go out their way. Like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of fucking work to get in an airplane and like that's I don't know. To this day, it sounds. I know it's real as fuck though. I know it's real as fuck because it happens to me firsthand. It happens to everybody, all the targets. But you know, like that's still to this day like unbelievable to me that they would go through that length. that they would go to that fucking extent to fucking get in an airplane. First of all, you're wasting a lot of gas just to start that motherfucker. You know, it's probably like 20 bucks just to start an airplane. 10, 20 bucks to start an airplane. And I know it's probably nothing to them, but I don't know, man. That shit's just crazy. Uh, 16. Damn, they're flying 16 over you all at once. Oh, okay. You talking about the numbers? Hey, likewise, Amanda. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Crazy shit. Life as a targeted individual, man. We have the most fucking fucked up, bizarre life there is. Yet and still, we make the best out of it. During all our phones, definitely. Definitely. The world is bipolar times 10, protesting without solutions, just crying and being angry. Yep. You need a good high powered laser. Yeah, definitely. I think that might work. That could work. Just repeat the shit they do to you. Fuck them. Everything, if everything is plausible deniability, fuck it. Shit, man. I mean, it seems like that's the only way we're gonna win is if we use their fucking tactics against them. Of course, we can't use all of them because we would naturally we would have to be working with each other. Not only that, they know who all of us are, so it's like none of us would be able to covertly just fucking follow these motherfuckers. It'd be one clusterfuck. If all of us, like all of us, it'd be like a game of laser tag. Apps used in targeting, kick, mobile patrol, rounds, glide, okay, hello, and Snapchat. Oh yeah, kick messenger. You know, and I had people have fucking it. It's not good to get on those fucking things, man. a lot of those fucking people that create those apps, I noticed, not all of them, not all of them, because there's some people, but a lot of them are from different countries, man. And a lot of those different countries, and I'm not, a lot of those people, you know, people come to America with the illusion that they can be free, that it's a free, and I do admit that America is, a little bit less fucking, like, the worst you would probably have to do in America is go to jail for life, or fucking, get the death penalty. When it comes to the law, but when it comes to fucking out there in them third world countries and shit, like, this fucked up out here. It's fucked up in their country. So they do shit. Like, when they do shit, they don't do, like, if they get in trouble, like, they're gonna get in trouble, and they're probably, there's no, like, you fuck up, you fuck up. Like, so the internet shit for them, all that child trafficking and scamming and shit and making apps and shit, like, they're really fucking into, like, that internet criminal world, man. It's the chances of getting caught are less, the chances of getting caught are less, and then on top of that, they're fucking that spy bullshit. They can spy on you. A lot of this fucking trafficking and these kidnappings, a lot of that shit, you'll be surprised. That shit comes from the fucking TikToks and fucking Moco Spaces and fucking MySpaces and fucking any of those fucking chat periscopes, all that shit, man. And Instagrams. Like, people are fucking advertising themselves like a motherfucker. And especially females, and this goes for dudes too, but I'm mainly speaking on females because most females, and I'm not sending no shots, but a lot of females, most females have some type of insecurity about themselves that they don't need to have. Like, they either think they're too fat, they think they're too ugly, just anything. They fucking stick their like, and I'm not saying all females stick their hands to make themselves throw up and shit, but there's a good percentage of them that stick their hands in their throat to throw. Like, just a lot of females have fucking self-esteem problems about shit that they don't even need to have. Like, they could be as beautiful as hell. They could be beautiful as hell, and they'll still think that there's something wrong with them. And they get on. And I'm not saying all females. I'm just saying a good majority of them. Like, and I see them every day. Like, I've on Periscope especially. Well, I haven't really been on Periscope lately, but you flick through Periscope, man, and you see all these fucking, you just tap on, and then, like, I'll just look, I'll look at the titles and shit, and then I'll tap onto the thing, and just to sit back and see what they're talking about, and you can see, like, a lot of these females, a lot of them just got, like, they advertise themselves, and that I'm just sitting back. I know what's going on, and I'm sitting back analyzing. I'm analyzing. You know, but there's professionals that get on and they use that shit like a fucking, a catalog, and they fucking listen to what the person's saying. They listen to. Nah, don't do that. They listen to what they're saying and how they're talking, and they know right away, we got that one. We got it. And however they snatch her up, they snatch them up. You feel me? Just like out here, it's not funny either, man. But like when the clubs were really going on out here, what used to run rampant, like out here, like when the club, like it's a lot of college kids, people like they'll come out here from different cities and shit. It used to be a real big club city. And these people, these rich people, I won't say rich, but these well-off people, you know, even from the crackheads to the well-off people, used to run scams on people, and these people now are fucked up for the red. Like, it's literally people that have been to the clubs and shit, you know, getting drunk and shit, and you know, you don't have your right mind, so somebody, hey, you want to smoke some weed? You want to hang out with us? And they fucking put some fucking PCP or some shit, and they take them to these fucking motel parties and hotel parties, and they be in there for like 3 or 4 fucking days, taking advantage of them and shit. And then when it's all said and done, you see these fucking people walking around all fucking crazy and shit, talking to themselves, and just it's real fucked up, man. Them chat lines and them any type of social media is, I wouldn't even recommend that shit for kids. I don't, even if it's like a kid social media thing. Like, I wouldn't recommend that shit for no kids. Look. Alright, come here, Mutt. Look, come here. Dude, you can't be doing that, man. Oh, man, these people, man. Come here, Mutt. Come on. There you go. You good? I was in, let me see. I was in Hawaii for a year and they didn't stock me much, just a fire truck here and there. In Hawaii, that's not bad. That shit, that sounds cool. How long were you in Hawaii for? Um, what's her name? Olga, Olga. There's a Hawaiian sister in Hawaii by the name of Olga that's targeted. I haven't been on the channel lately. I'm subscribed, but I haven't gotten any notifications. But I never really knew the degree of the target. Like she definitely was going through it, but never really knew the degree of targeting. I became friends with my city council members while in Hawaii. Maybe that's why they laid off me. I don't really know though. Yeah, that's makes sense. You never know, man. Oh, okay. How did you come about this, Miss King? As far as the 5G, karma for that officer is hopefully jail. Yeah. If you talking about the ones out here, yeah. Cause these ones are corrupt, man. Like I'm probably, and I'm putting no exaggeration on this. downtown right now, I'm probably, I mean, as far as the person that's, out here and outdoors, I'm probably the most legitimate motherfucker out here. The hands down. And all I do, I recycle, smoke my weed, and sleep. That's all I fucking do. Like, these motherfuckers out here stealing bikes. They're breaking into fucking businesses and shit. Like, they're doing all this fucking bullshit. On top of the harassing me, but throw that out the window for now. Like, if anybody should be fucking surveillance and shit, it's not me. And I would think after 7 years of fucking surveillance in me and not being able to come up with anything, the only thing I could think, well, other than the, I know it's for experimental and harassment purposes, but the only reason I could fucking see you targeting me is because, or staying on the case for this fucking long, is because now, I've gotten into your fucking pride and I've gotten into your fucking head to the point to where now you want to catch me for anything. Like, you can't catch me on anything, so now you're gonna stick around just in case I do commit just one fucking little thing. Like, if I fucking, just if I fucking spit on the sidewalk, you want to be there to write that fucking ticket and fuck with me even more. Other than the harassment purposes, like I said, I know that's what it is for, but if the harassment wasn't there, like, that would be the only reason that a person would go through this fucking shit this fucking long. I don't know, like, even how long an investigation is supposed to last. Like, there should be a time limit because they're wasting money and resources and they haven't been able to catch a person doing something, or the person hasn't been doing anything. So it's like, it should at least be a fucking time limit to this targeting. Even like, they should fucking know when to fucking cut their losses and move on. But I don't think they're looking for a criminal. I think they're trying to create criminals, man. They're trying to create criminals. And all the harassment that the police have been doing to me, like, they know it in their fucking hearts that nothing will ever happen to them because they are who they are. And the sad reality is that that's probably the most realest thing ever. Like, nothing will happen to them because they are who the fuck they are. And then you have situations like, the two situations that happened, if it's not fake news. You got people that fucking, can't hang with this shit no more, and they start shooting people. You shooting people, and sometimes it don't matter who they shoot. Like, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna die anyway, so it just doesn't matter. Like, they'll fucking shoot whoever. You feel me? Anybody but God. And fucking just wait to be taken out. And you have incidents like the Compton shooting, where whoever walked up to the police and shot them. And then their fucking shit comes out, and they've been fucking harassed. They have a fucking organization that kills and robs motherfuckers and shit. And they've been getting away with that shit for how long? And then and then the whole fucking blue wall of silence goes up the fucking the lieutenant or whatever, you fucking call that person that's in charge of all of them, that unit, doesn't know anything. But these people they got tattoos, you know, they got tattoos. They've been doing this shit their whole lives, like on the police force, for however many years they've been on the police force. Like, and nothing ever came up, no complaints, no phone calls from family members and shit. No fucking, you know, repeated fucking murders and shit. Like, a cop gets so many murders on their fucking jacket. That should be fucking looked into, but or not even a cop, but like even the unit. If all of the cops are fucking getting all these violations, murders, fucking beating up people and shit, robbing them and shit. Like, I know people are calling it in. So there's no way in the world that you don't know about this shit. People are dying from the same unit, like left and right. The same unit are killing cops. So people get tired of the police not doing anything about cleaning up their backyard, and then they start figuring, well, hey, man, you know. And it's fucked. The people that they put in the frame of mind like that aren't even people like that, man. That's the sad thing. That's what's very sad. Like, people, like, and I never understood it. And I guess that's from being in the streets so long and shit. But I've never understood the way people trust the police so much. Just their history and how they get down. I've never understood it. But it just goes to show that they can do whatever they fucking want and get away with it. And some people just know that shit, and they're tired of fucking going through the bullshit, man. And it's sad that they have to. It's sad when a person pushes you to the point. If this is something that you're coming with on your own, like if you want to do something to the police or you want to do something to somebody, that's fucked up just to fucking. But when you're somebody who's fucking going along about your own business and you're not like that and you let fucking these people abuse you every fucking day, you're letting people abuse you every fucking day, these police in particular that got shot. Like, these people are abusing people, and maybe not even those police weren't even involved in it, but they said one of the ladies cops was like laughing and shit, like when one of their a little girl had got shot out there, and one of the cops that got shot was laughing about it, like she got caught on camera in the news laughing about it. But yeah, man, and that's just, even that is just blatant fucking disrespect. That's fucked up to be. These people are going through their family members. Just imagine if somebody in your family died. Like, you wouldn't want nobody laughing at your shit, but they're fucking, look at this shit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Red and blue lights. But yeah, you don't want nobody talking shit about nobody in your family. That's blatant disrespect, and that police do that shit, and you feel like they can get, they're superior over you, they're better than you, so they feel they can do that shit, and they're not. They feel like they're not human. They're not. Well, I'm not saying they feel like they're not human, but it's like they're not human no more. They don't care. Like, they don't have compassion. Like, they don't think about no one but themselves and their blue lives, so to speak. Trust me, I'm prime fucking example. Hands down, I'm a prime example. Like these people are literally, we all are prime examples, but they're literally systematically trying to fucking keep me from progressing. Hands down. They're trying to, steer me into doing something. They constantly send fucking people around me to fuck with me psychologically. Like they want me. Like I'm not, like I'm not gonna bite into their, like they don't want me to bite into their shit, because if I know that I'm gonna fucking, my chances of fucking going to jail are a long time. Like I don't want to go to jail. I'm not gonna kill anybody or no shit like that. But you know, and even still, like I don't even know that, because if they send somebody too big around me to try and intimidate me and shit, I'm not gonna play that shit. I'm not playing no big motherfucker coming up to me talking that bullshit or none of that shit. I'm not doing that. I'm, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not fighting you. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna waste my fucking time. And it's not because I'm a coward. It's because I'm not. You're not gonna fucking keep you like. You're gonna have to. This targeting isn't gonna be, based on people bullying me. Like I can deal, not in no fucking, not in no fucking aggressive manner. Like I'll kick your ass or any of that fucking bullshit. Like that's one thing I'm not gonna play, and they'll fucking get somebody killed, literally. Like I do care about the everyday harassment, the one headlight bandits, and all that shit, but I don't care about that enough to do anything to anybody. You know, like as far as that shit, the following and shit, I felt myself get there, not to killing nobody, but doing shit to people behind my vehicle and shit. Like I felt that, like I felt like I wanted to do something, or that I could have been about able to do something. At times I've even done minor shit, like throw remote controls at cars, or some shit like that. But intimidation and shit, like I'm not playing that bullshit. That's what I'm not gonna do. Nappy. Some visions or dreams given to people are for sure from witchcraft, but others that line up with scripture predict the future among us. Yeah, yeah, I definitely, like, I believe, like, some people do get visions and shit. Like, I was a heavy believer in that. Um, but it's just the fact that, you know, it's like it's been so watered down, almost like the Bible. It's been so watered down, and so watered down by so many hands touching and shit, and knowing that some things have to be real. So I know that there's real things in the Bible. That I know, but I also know that a lot of it, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but a lot of it is just, it's mystical bullshit that they fucking created to fucking. And when I say, I should say made up. I shouldn't say mystical, because some of the things that did happen in the Bible, mystical probably happened. But when I say mystical, I just mean like just a lot of made up fucking bullshit that they put in there to fucking deviate us from knowing what the real. And just like they take the fucking responsibility, just like they take the like they restrict the priests and the fucking preachers and all that shit. If they're restricting us from telling us everything that's, in the Bible, then what makes us think that they wouldn't take what they're restricting the preachers and the priests to tell us that they wouldn't take that out the Bible and put some extra shit in it as well. So, that's why I don't, I don't do the religion thing. I do read parts of different Bibles and shit, like art. I don't, but I have, you know. It's just like I can't distort the truth. Like I can certain things I can, but for the most part, like you know, I don't I don't look to it no more. Like Psalms and shit like that. I shouldn't say that, but Psalms and stuff like that. I look to, but Revelations and stuff like that. But for the most part, like it's like I can't. There's so much bullshit thrown in the mix that I can't even. I don't even want to waste my time on it. Like, and that's just the same thing with the dreams. It's like, even though I know there are real dreams and real visions that people are having, is that they throw so much bullshit in there. Like, I don't even want to waste my time paying attention. Like, clicking on five fucking videos that are completely fake, trying to find one that's real, and then still, I'm not even gonna know which one is real or fucking fake. Like, so, I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's like they fucking detoured me from a lot of shit. When you think about it, or when I think about it. Uh, that's when you pop out your door, wave to the perps, and use Steve Martin's line, "High crime story." Just jump back to the door of your van. Huh. Energy vampires for real. Mm-mm. Hey, what's going on, D-Rock? Hey, what's going on, Mark? Appreciate you, bro. Most of them used to get bullied in high school. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Got bullied, didn't fit in, always made fun of, that type of shit. The brotherhood, the brotherhood of injustice. Hell yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. Every time I come from home, I see fire trucks, police cars. Let me know they are all in. Yep. Yeah, man, that's a low feeling right there too. I mean, not just your family. I know when your family does it to you, that's a different. It's a fucked up feeling level. Like it's a how could this ever happen? But when the police, the ambulance, all these people that are assigned to protect you and shit do their shit, then you're on a whole different level. Like when you're alone, when it said that you're alone in this shit, and like you know I don't want to say alone like you're the only targeted individuals, but like when I say like alone, I mean as an individual, like you're all the fucking alone. Like you don't have nobody. Like nobody's sticking up for you. No one, no one. Like if you get robbed or anything, like these terrorists right here aren't gonna do anything about it. They'll probably set the shit up. Like it's just that type of feeling. That feeling right there, man, is fucking. When you first come into the realization. Right now, it's like I don't give a fuck. Like as I thought, as I've been able to sit and fucking, you know, gather my thoughts. It comes to me that, it's been like that anyways. Like, You know, they've been dirty to me like my whole fucking life anyway. So, you know, it's not, it's something that I can get used to, the thought of it. But in the beginning, like that was a stomach dropper right there. Like that was one of those butterflies. Like once you first come into realization that the ambulance is against you, the fucking fire department, the police, and then add it with your family doing this shit, like yeah, you're in a whole new world. That right there alone puts you in a whole different world, a whole different reality, a whole different frame of thinking. And if you're not careful, you'll get lost up there. Like you'll really be fucking in outer space, and you won't come back down. So just thank God we have strong minds, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody on here, everybody that's a targeted individual on here right now, your mind has been strong enough to withhold or deal with this targeting. You haven't blown the fuse. You're not crazy. You're not, walking around shitting and pissing on yourself. You still have a sense of fucking you still have a sense of fucking like you're still a fucking person, so to speak. Like you haven't let this shit take you out. And that right there deserves a pat on the back. I mean, even if you've been going through it for a day, no one is, any more targeted than anyone else as far as I'm concerned, like in my eyes. Like, but, people that have been going through this at a minimum of 6 months or less and they haven't fucking jumped off the cliff or killed it, or 6 months or more, 6 months or more, they haven't fucking jumped off of some fucking building or killed a bunch of people, and they're fucking still kicking mentally and shit. Like, you're a fucking real survivor. Like, just imagine this right here. If we were going to school, if we were being paid for this type of fucking, if we were fucking paying for this type of experience and learning how to deal and cope, like, this is literally something that we're fucking doing on our own. Like coping with this shit, we're literally doing this shit on our own. Just imagine if you had to pay for these type of fucking skills, man. This is a hell of a skill set. Like, from us researching shit, like, I know right now, I know right now, like, if targeting was to stop and everybody could get jobs right now, like, I would fucking completely be a fucking investigator. I would be a private investigator, and I'd be investigating motherfuckers like this. All these fucking, all these fuckers right here, man. I wouldn't, I wouldn't take on anything but these type of fuckers right here. All these fucking crooked politicians, all these fucking weird shit. I'd be trying to catch every fucking, what do you call it? Every fucking illegitimate fucking crime these fucking pieces of shit commit. The same people who blow up blew up the two buildings are the same ones that built them. Yep, that's what I feel. The same people who kill for you will tell on you. Yeah, hands down. You know, I've seen some people tell on people for the smallest shit. Like, I've seen people tell on people, you know, and it's one thing if you're not participating in the actions, but when you get caught for something that's way different than what you and somebody else did, like maybe you and somebody robbed a store, just did something stupid one time as a kid, like 16 or 17, and you know, fucking a year has passed, and you know the person's bettered their fucking life, and you're still in the same life, and you fucking get caught doing some petty fucking shit that you're only gonna do a couple months for. Like, it's literally people out there that will fucking fuck up that same person who changed their life and shit. They'll fuck their lives off just to avoid 2 months, 3, 4 months. Like, they'll fuck their lives off just to avoid that type of shit. And people like that shouldn't be. People like that shouldn't be in a lifestyle that they know that they can potentially go to jail. Like, you can't fucking. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. It's too many things in life that you can do besides illegal shit and not have to worry about going to jail or turning anybody in. Like, why, if you know you're not built for it, don't even get in it. Don't even get in it. That's not the society we live in, no, so you know. The V2K and hexing has picked up. What do y'all do to drown it out? This domestic terrorism at its fine. This is domestic terrorism at its finest. I get yelled at across town. Yeah, it's, as far as the V2K, like that's I don't. It's hard for me to answer that one. I just know it's fucked up, man. I don't think anybody should. You know, the targeting is bad, but for people to have to go through that, it's fucked up. Why do these people do that, man? I don't get it. Other than I get it if we're being what you call conspiracy theorists and whistleblowers and shit or whatever. I don't think that's fair. I don't think they should do it, but I understand that. I get their motivation, like they want to shut us up and all that bullshit. But for the average, the regular person that's not doing anything, you know, other than wanting them to kill people or something, like why would you, like a person that's not a conspiracy theorist or doesn't even look into government shit or doesn't even know, just completely fucking oblivious to that type of shit, like, you know, isn't that what you want, stupid people? Like, why would you fucking turn the shit on them? Like, you turn it on them and you fucking start, you know, people start educating themselves. Like, I didn't know shit about half of the shit that they got until I became a targeted individual. I didn't know they could fucking talk in people's heads and fucking give people subliminal thoughts or none of that shit. Like, I was completely, like, I knew they had shit. I knew they had shit. I was probably at the chips in the fucking, the Illuminati murders and shit. But that's as far as anything. Like, I was completely naive to a good portion of the shit that I know now. Like, all the shit that I knew that if you talk too much, they'll kill you. I know the fucking, the Illuminati sacrifices, the secret societies and all that bullshit. But, you know, a lot of this shit I had no idea about. Oh man, it's a sad story. It's a sad fucking story, ladies and gentlemen, but we're still here. And the book must go on until until it ends. It's gonna go on until it ends, so oh man, it's gonna go on until it ends. This is one of those big fucking books. This is one of those fucking, what is it, those science fiction or those fairy tale books that are fucking like 5 fucking books stamped onto each other and shit. And we read that motherfucker one paragraph at a time. We're reading. We put that shit up after one paragraph and pick it up the next day, read another paragraph, put it down. The book is ongoing. I don't think I'm gonna outlive that motherfucker. Hopefully my fucking children will. Grandchildren. If the world even lasts that long. Uh, uh. I see some of these dope dealers out there perking it, and I call them out. They always say, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, they're yeah. Bro, I see them out there. They're out there fucking handling them. Like, they be out there handling them, giving them drugs and shit. Every fucking day. Every night I walk out, or I'm out there fucking. They got their crystal pipes and fucking lighters. Crystal pipes, lighters, and the handler always tucked in the cut, sitting down, walking around, just watching you and watching them. Sending them out on their little fucking missions. Yep. I guess they figure they can save some money if they just let you give the fucking perps drugs. They don't have to give the perps money. You give them drugs to make them act like this. That way we can keep the little peanuts we were gonna give them. You just give them dope. And they be running around all night with fucking burnt pipes. All you see is burnt bubbles. Burnt bubbles and lighters. Burnt bubbles and lighters. As soon as one becomes a target, there are no more coincidences. Nope. And a lot of them are locked into it too. Like a lot of them probably see. That's another reason why it pays not to be on their side is because a lot of them get locked into it, and I know a lot of them don't even want to do that shit no more. Once you figure out that you got people like you're dealing with people that are snitch. Not only are they trying to set that target up, but they're gonna snitch on you. Like I've been in programs. I've been in like drug programs, like to get out of jail and shit. They'll send you to like this drug program. I forget the name of it, but in this specific, it was set up like a boot camp, and it had bungalows, or not bungalows, but barracks. It had different barracks. It had the barracks had their names and shit. It was like four different barracks, and it was set up like military. Like every week we had inspection. We had the hospital, make our beds with hospital corners, and just all this military fashion type of fucking bullshit. And they would like put certain people in charge. Like I guess if you'd been there and you've been going along with the program, and you're exceptional. You're talking to sponsors, and you're telling your story, and you're sharing meetings and shit. Then they put you in this position to where like you're pretty much a tattletale. You're pretty much a tattletale, and you report and you tell any and every fucking thing you see. And it's the way they had it set up is that all these people, like they would have like probably six of these fucking people all day, and they'd be walking around with walkie talkies and shit. And like these are the people, like if you don't follow the program and you have to pack up and you have to leave, they escort you to your fucking your dorm like thing, and they watch you pack your shit. Make sure you don't take nobody's shit. Make sure you don't steal nobody's shit. And you know, they escort you off the property. But anyways, the reason why they had it set up with so many of these people is because what they do is they covertly, when they tell on you, you never know who it is that fucking tells on you. You know it was one of them, but you never know, and you will never know. You will never fucking know who fucking told on you because it's so many of them. And I think that's how this fucking program is set up, is because it's like they got their main fucking snitches and shit. So, once you become a part of it, I would think that knowing how it's ran and knowing that it's not only you fucking with people, like not only are these people against us, but in a way they're against you and shit, because they're following you and making sure you don't do they're making sure you do your shit, and if you don't do your shit, then you get told on, and then you're made to do all this fucking felonious bullshit, like stick your ass in the air, or fucking, pervertically rub on yourself, or just do something that you normally wouldn't do, and it seems kind of crazy. Like they're there to make sure you do it, and if you don't do that, you get told on. So I would imagine, like if I was a perp and I went into this program not knowing, like, what it was about, if I thought, okay, here's just a little way to make extra money. Once I actually got into that motherfucker and figured out what the fuck I was doing and all that, I would want to leave. And by then, it would be too late. Like I would know, like psychologically, I would know that it would be too late for me to leave. So it'd be better for me to stick with these people and do this to people, because if I don't, I know what I have to do to them, and not just me, but a whole bunch of other people that are working with me have to do this to them. So psychologically, I'm thinking, fuck, man, I'm stuck. I can't, I can't do nothing. I can't get out of this fucking shit. So, in reality, they have it a lot worse than us. They have it a lot worse than us because I think I would, most other than the people that are getting paid really good and enjoy this shit, like the people that are getting peanuts and certain shit like residential living and all that bullshit. I wouldn't fuck that. I would want to get out of this. There's too much shit out there in the world I could be doing and be earning these fucking peanuts for nothing. Like I'm literally putting my life on the line for what? What am I putting my life on the line for? A gift card? A $500 card from the tow yard? Um, and all that shit. A gift card is good. Don't get me wrong. Gift cards are good. A $500, a $100 card from the tow yard is good as long as that motherfucker drives. But it's not worth putting your life on the line for. That's for sure. Nothing, no amount of money is worth putting your life on the line for. Not like this. Not, not like this. You're gonna find out you're gonna be riding on the side of the wrong person's car with your ass up in the air. Doing that fucking homosexual mating season bullshit. And people ain't gonna like that shit. They're gonna be riding around and they're gonna be fucking being targeted, and you're gonna do that shit and the person isn't gonna know they're targeted, and you're gonna be lucky if you don't get killed. You'd be lucky if they just slap your ass off, slap you off the bike, or fucking, do something to you like, minute. But, it's gonna happen, and it's happening already. Like, you know, shit is starting to happen, man. In just this year alone, if you type in murders in San Jose, and it's been a couple mass shootings, like two or more people get shot. It's been quite a few of those. Fucking candle lights everywhere. Fucking, you see those candles and teddy bears and shit all on the street corner. It's all over the place out here. A lot of them are by that college. So, you know, and the college is real fucking big. Real fucking big on that gang stalking shit. Real big. And you wonder, all these people, and when they stalk you, when they gang stalk you, they have, just like the police, they have a certain, and I bet you the police train them to do this. The way they talk, it's fucking annoying and it's aggravating. It's created to piss you off. The cockiness and the the silver spoon sound, like, just they've been fucking fed silver all their fucking lives, fed out of silver, and just like, they're just fucking untouchable. Um, Almost a 90210 cocky type of stuck up talk. That shit is built to get in your mind and fuck with you. Or for me, I know it is. For me, I know it is. So, yeah, man. It's sad. Very, very sad. shit, they're fucking with the comments. I believe, I believe if they don't do their job truly, let me see. I believe if they don't do their job truly, that they get